In this video, we are hunting half dollars. We'll be looking for any silver, proofs, errors and varieties, or foreigns, or any other oddities we can find. And I'm doing something I haven't done in a little bit. I'm doing an ender search because I thought I may have seen at least one silver ender through the holes in the bottom of the boxes when I was walking out the bank. So we'll do that first, and then we'll start the hunt. Let's start with box number 1 and see if there's any enders. Just broke the seal for the first box. Let's see if there's any enders. Did I see black rolls in there? There's black rolls. I've never hunted black rolls before. That's interesting. Never had a box with a seal either. Don't think I see any silver enders on top. Nope. I'll flip them over. We'll see. Well, actually, this one is this one's a suspect. This one could be a silver ender. Looks slightly different. Nothing on the other side, so set that one aside and we'll flip over the rolls and I'll bring you in if there's silver ender. Well, I just flipped over all the rolls. This one's discolored. I'm saying it's most likely not silver, but I'm pretty confident on this one. I'm like 75% sure that is a silver ender, probably a 40%, but hopefully one ender in the first box. Now let's move on to the second one, and it does have a seal like the first one, so I'm assuming it's going to be some more Brinks black rolls. Alright, got the second box unsealed. More black rolls. Any silver enders I can see? Don't think I see any silver enders on top. Let's flip over the rolls and see if we have anything on the bottom. No silver enders on the other side of the second black rolls box. Now let's move on to the third one, and this one's the one I'm pretty sure I saw silver through one of the holes, so let's see. Just broke the seal of the third box. Let's see if we have any enders on the top. Don't think I see any silver on the top, but I'm pretty sure near the right side of the box somewhere on the bottom there's a silver ender, so we'll see it when we get there. Just flipped over the rolls, and yeah, like 95% sure that's going to be at least a 40% ender. So 2 probably silver enders. Let's move on to box number 4. Hopefully we can get a third or even some more. Let's see if there's any enders on the top of the 4th box. Doesn't look like it. We'll flip over the rolls and see if there's anything on the other side. Nothing on the other side of box number 4, so let's start the hunt. We're going to hunt the boxes in the same order we did the ender search, so we're going to start that one with the one that I'm like 75% sure has an ender. We're hunting the first box, and we're on roll number 6. This is the box with 2 possible silver enders, and this is my first time hunting black rolls. Not sure if I've already mentioned that, but our first find is actually going to be a variety. 1974D DDO. It was an ender, but shame it has the huge ring of death on the front. Would have been semi-nice coin if it didn't have that. Under the scope, very strong doubling on the R, U, and S of trust, including just entirely the word, and then some doubling on the 4 also, and even a little bit on the T and the Y of liberty. But yeah, mostly on the word trust and the R, U, and S, especially on that straight line of the R. You can see a big split there in the top of the U, and the entirety of the S. It's just very strong doubling. But it is a common variety. I already have a few of them, but this one would have been my best, but it has the ring of death from being an ender. But still a find, and that's a cool find to start off with. Hole number 17, and it's hard to believe, but our second find is another variety. This one is a 1973 DDO. Under the scope, and we can see that there is some doubling, especially in that bottom left corner of the S. That's where I look. And there's also some doubling in the TR and U, and there it's apparent in the top right serif of the T. This one is in, I'd say, below average condition, nothing special, but it is a 73D DDO, and it definitely tells me that I have not been through a lot of these coins, so hopefully that's a good sign, and we're coming to that silver ender, well, possible silver ender, and I'll open it live. I'm about 50-50 on it, but we'll see when we get there. Roll number 22 is that possible silver ender. Figured we should do a live opening. There's a reason we call it possible, just in case it's a clad. So I'm like 50-50 on. And it's just a clad. Just a discolored 1989. Oh, that's why I call it a possible ender, not a for sure ender. We'll search this roll and hopefully that's an ender. Roll number 23 has an interesting find. 1971D, and I think it could possibly be a strike-through error on his nose right there. Does look a little bit more raised in the back, which makes me think it could be either a strike-through error or it could just be some sort of something PMD someone did to it, post-mint damage. But it's an oddity. I'll set it aside and probably keep it, but Let me know your thoughts. Is it a strike through error or just post-mint damage? Roll number 33, and I'm thinking that it's not going to be a silver ender. It just looks like a tone clad now. Well, because I haven't gotten any silver yet. But I bring you in because we finally have our first NISC, and it is a 2002 out of Philly. Roll number 43, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a strike through error. I'm more confident on it. Above, left to the 1 and above the 9 of the date is where I think it is, and it's a pretty pristine example. If we put it under the scope, we can see that there is some sort of indentation right there and right there. So, and it's in pretty nice shape too. So I'm pretty confident this is going to be a strike through error. Not really any value, probably worth maybe $1. I'm not really sure about the values of these type of errors, but still, pretty cool find. Roll number 47 is the second ender. Well, the first one didn't turn out to be silver. So, since we don't have any silvers yet, I'm feeling less confident about this one now, but we can only hope. And it's just another clad. Well, no silver so far. Hopefully we can get something good in these last few rolls. Otherwise, we're on to the second Black Rolls box. That was it for box number 1. Just a couple errors and varieties, and that one NIFC. Now it's on to the second box, which is also the same type of box with the Black Rolls. Roll number 15, and we have our first find of this second Black Rolls box, and it is another NIFC, and it is a 2004 out of Philly. Roll number 20, and hopefully these Black Rolls are turning around, because I just pulled the thick, shiny edge out of this roll, and it was a 1987 Denver NIFC. In 1987, $half were only made for mint sets, so this was cracked out of a mint set at one point. So that's pretty cool. Pretty rare find. Roll number 22, and I think this box is turning around because I just opened the roll and I'm sure that's a silver. Definitely going to be a 40%er, but yep. 1965, 40%er, first silver of the hunt. Hopefully we can get some more. Roll number 32, 10 rolls after the first silver, and it looks like we're going to have another one. It's only one away from being an ender. Looks like it's going to be another 40%er. Yep, 1969 out of Denver. Second 40%er. Hopefully we can get some more. Roll number 35, and we have the third NIFC of the two boxes, excluding the 87, and it is a 2005 minted in Denver. Roll number 37, and we have a miscellaneous find. It is a stickered coin with a picture of Santa going down a chimney, and it says Joyous Tidings, even though it's the middle of June. That's a pretty interesting find. Second box has been hunted. I'm only going to keep this a 2-box video just because we got some pretty good finds, and then save these 2 other boxes for the next video. So let's go over the finds. We got one stickered coin, this Santa themed one that says Joyous Tidings. It's over a 2001 $half. 2 DDOs, a 1973D DDO and a 74D DDO. 3 quote-unquote mint errors, I guess. These 2 on the right could be strike-through errors, not 100% sure, but pretty sure on the right one. About 50-50 on this one. And then $half is supposed to weigh about 11.34 grams, but this one weighs 11.8, and it sounds a little bit different, so it is a bit of a heavy planchet. NICs, we only got 3 for the 2 boxes, but that's okay. A 2002P, 2004P, and 2005D. 3 finds are the 2 silvers and the 1987. 1987D, only found in mint sets, so that's a pretty cool find. Don't find those too often. And 2 40% silvers, a 1965 and a 1969, both out of the second box. This was a really good 2-box hunt.